Dr. Jaffe, cleansing is such a common thing these days. Everybody's talking about detoxification and cleansing. But still, we want to guide folks about the right ways to cleanse. So, what are some mistakes that people make while cleansing the body?
Well, the major mistake that's made by too many people is to be too eager to get too much done too quickly and to use what I would consider to be a harsh rather than a biological path. So to say that in the positive side, I recommend biological detoxification starting with the C cleanse because ascorbate is so critical to so many aspects of life as the maternal antioxidant that recycles all others and sacrifices herself. But use the C cleanse. Check the morning urine after rest and be guided to magnesium and choline citrate based on the urine pH. Include as staples in your diet garlic, ginger, onions, brassica sprouts, and eggs. The acronym is GGOBE, but I will then add what we think is an important note: organic or biodynamic and fresh where possible. So fresh, organic ginger, or ginger paste made from fresh whole ginger, a staple of Indian cuisine. The same with garlic. Commercial garlic is often contaminated with pesticides and biocides. Get the organic if it's available. If it's not, you use one or more. You don't need to use all of these biological, natural detoxifiers. Onions. I favor red onions and shallots. Vidalia onions, when they're available, are lovely. But white and yellow onions are too contaminated. And even if they're organic, they're probably grown in a field with water that's contaminated. So I want you to have the benefit of our many years of experience at applying these principles in practice. Then there's broccoli sprouts, brassica sprouts. Now, all sprouts are good, but broccoli sprouts are well studied and beneficial to include as a staple in your diet. In salads or in stews or into almost anything, broccoli sprouts will disappear. Or just as a snack, have some seeds and nuts and broccoli sprouts. With regard to eggs, duck eggs, goose eggs, quail eggs, commercial chicken eggs are too contaminated with arsenic and other harmful things. Even the organic chicken eggs are not, so they don't meet my standards. But you can, in many fresh markets, get goose or duck or quail eggs, at least one of them, and they're not as contaminated. And it turns out an egg is an excellent sulfur-rich, rather complete protein source. And eggs got a bad reputation not for scientific reasons. There were people who favored eggs who were out of favor with people who didn't favor eggs, and eggs got caught in the middle. If you want more information about that, I'll be happy to record something about the history of eggs. But C cleanse, magnesium choline citrate, GGOBE, this is biological detoxification. If I was concerned, and I would be concerned from the tap water that many people get to drink or from the foods that they've eaten before, if I was concerned about healthy minerals and toxic minerals, I would do the depenicillamine provocation. It's a brief 3-day test. You collect a 24-hour urine during that test, and you can analyze it for beneficial nutritional minerals as well as toxic minerals, and rule in or rule out some of those issues. Very often people have too much calcium and too little magnesium. Very often people have too much copper and too little zinc. Very often people have too much lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, or nickel. Today, even gadolinium and thallium and other minerals, which are used in medical procedures, are now known to live long in the body unless you do active biological detoxification to get rid of them. And what I have recommended, the combination of ascorbate, magnesium choline citrate to address metabolic acidosis, and GGOBE, is the best way we know to reduce these residues of medical procedures. So I hope that that's clear and somewhat enlightening about how to safely do biological detoxification and then check with depenicillamine provocation if needed.